everybody. I'm Bob Ford, and along with Mike Bridges, we're here to bring you the regional final tonight. It was upset Saturday all across the country in college basketball, but here in Lafayette, the favorites had their own way, Mike.
Well, BC gave McCutcheon all he could handle in the first half before McCutcheon kind of pulled away in the second half. South Putnam played their game against Twin Lakes, but just didn't have enough to do it. Let's take a look and see how McCutcheon and Twin Lakes got to tonight's championship. The Mavericks rolled onto the floor and promptly hit the first 3 shots. Scott Kramer hits the three-pointer. He had 12 points in the game. Travis Brown came off the bench to hit a three-pointer of his own, and after the first quarter, McCutcheon led 19-11. Brown finished with 7 points. In the second quarter, Benton Central went inside, hitting sophomore Ben Anderson. He'll get the turnaround jump shot. He had 12 points in the game, and BC was on the comeback trail. Caleb Dimich breaks the double team. He hits the leaner. He finished with 16 points. This capped an 11-4 run, and BC's only down 4 at the half. McCutcheon turned up the defense in the third quarter. Scott Kramer gets the block, eventually comes up with the steal and lay-in. 42-31 Mavericks. Chad Peckinpah threw in 14 points. This three-pointer ends the third quarter 56-39 McCutcheon. BC clamped down the defense in the fourth, holding McCutcheon scoreless for 6 minutes. Nathan Trueblood, the leaner, and foul, and BC starting to inch back. But McCutcheon keeps on rolling. Peckinpah gets it over to Scott Kramer, who comes up with the layup. The Mavericks hit their free throws. Matt Kramer doing the job at the line. He finished with 13 points, and McCutcheon cruises into the championship game 65-50. In the second game, South Putnam took on Twin Lakes. High-scoring Indian junior Shane Franks hits the three, his only basket of the game. South Putnam outscored Twin Lakes 9-2 in the second quarter. The Eagles had patience on the offensive end. Wes Ripperger, the jumper, he had 8 points. Bryce Hill, the putback, he had 12 points, and South Putnam led 15-11 at the half. The Eagles pushed the lead up to 7 in the third quarter. Still the nice little jump hook, and Twin Lakes is frustrated. Adam Cornell sparks the Indians' comeback. He hits a layup at the buzzer, and Twin Lakes is only down 24-22 after 3. Cornell finished with 11 points. Twin Lakes open the fourth quarter with an 11-6 run. Neil Pitstick cans the three-pointer. He had 12 points, leading the Indians. Twin Lakes was up 3. Kenny Wells did what he could, hitting the nice tough jumper. He had 12 points, but Shane Franks hit some free throws down the stretch as Twin Lakes holds on for a 41-36 win to head to the championship. We'll have more after this.
Let's add a few graphics.
I like that.
And if we add another color. At Pitt Printing, we know it's not just another brochure or presentation. It's your business.
This is
Pitt Printing. Give us a call. We'll show you why we're the best business printer in the business.
To create a professional document guaranteed to make an impact. Auto Supply, your West Auto Supply headquarters.
Locally owned for 25 years, we have
experience to supply you with quality name parts you need and trust.
General Automotive Supply has 2 convenient locations to help you. 1060 Sagamore Parkway West in West Lafayette and 304 South Earl Avenue in Lafayette.
Regional head coach Nelson Bain. Nelson, BB did some good things for a while against McCutcheon.
Well, we started out a little down, then we came back. I thought McCutcheon hit a great big three-pointer right at the buzzer at the end of the half. It seemed to put us back on our heels a little. We came out in the third quarter, let them get away from us again, and they just get on those runs, and that's what you can't let them do.
What specifically did McCutcheon do in that third quarter that took you out of your game?
Well, we let their press get to us. Their pressure defense, they forced a couple, 3 turnovers, and boy, they score quick, and then they get you a little bit disorganized, and they get on a run. And that's what they've been able to do in each one of their tournament games. That's what you have to try to stop.
Did McCutcheon take you out of your game plan any in the second half?
I thought their defense really forced us to be tentative on offense. We really never were able to really get a running game going. We never were really get into our patterns on the half court. So, you know, they're hard to beat. It's going to take a great team to beat them.
This is the second time you've played McCutcheon. You felt like going in you could do some things against them. How tough are they?
They're just so smooth and so steady. They just don't have cracking points. I feel like tonight, in order for Twin Lakes to have a chance, I think the Kramers are going to have to get tired. They've been sick. If they can stay strong, I just don't see how Twin Lakes can beat them.
You've seen both of these teams. What do you think?
I got to go with McCutcheon. I'll tell you, right now I think they're playing as well as anybody around, and I think it's going to take a great team to beat them.
All right, thank you, Nelson.
Joining you on the other side is Keith
Bucket, South Putnam head coach. You got your game plan today against Twin Lakes.
Our kids did a great job. I'm really proud of them. But Twin Lakes is an awful tough team. We wouldn't allow them to do what they had done previously throughout the tournament, which is go to Franks on every possession, and they had to find other ways to win, and they did.
You had to feel good holding Shane Franks to only 1 field goal.
We sure did. When the statistics come out at the end of the year, we're going to be about in the top 6 or 7 in the state for points allowed per game, and we take a lot of pride in that, and we weren't going to let him beat us. We were going to make some of the other kids beat us.
How mentally tough is Twin Lakes to play your style of game and then beat you in the end?
They found a way to get through.
Our kids did everything they could control. They
out-rebounded them. They only had 8 turnovers for the whole game, but we needed to get to the free throw line, and we didn't do it. We got there 6 times against their press all game.
They have great character,
and we're just happy to be here at this point, and we're going to watch a good game tonight.
Now, you're tired of going to Terre Haute for the regional, so how did you like it here this week?
Competitively, just fine. We were kind of like the poor stepchild with these 3 conference teams here, but competitively, we have a much better chance of winning here than we did Terre Haute.
Well, thanks, Keith, for joining me. Good luck next year. Bob and I will be back with more after this.
Here in Lafayette, the best keeps getting better. Proud to be here. Pleased to serve. And keeping touch with each other. Here in Lafayette, we bring it all together. Proud to be here. Pleased to serve. Show the brighter side. Turn on.
We've got 15 in stock with $1,500 cash back on such fine conversion lines as Gerwin, Ram Coach, and Elk. Short and long wheelbase models available with high tops also in stock. Some are equipped with TV, VCR, and rear heat and air, and rear stereos for the kids with headphones. Best conversion van, best price, best time. Get the picture? Get in a Twin City Dodge today. Well, it's just moments now before we get started here with the regional tournament, the final, and it should be a good one. McCutcheon 22-2 on the season after winning this afternoon. Twin Lakes 18-6. They met.
We're going to be getting started here in just a moment. Let's now join
Melody McMurray as she sings the national anthem. Very well done by Melody McMurray, a junior at Jefferson High School.
We have the slam dunk
Competition here just a few minutes ago. Actually, it started about 7:30.
Finished about 7:45. And Mike, you want to give us the winner? The winner was Jeff Span from Harrison.
Ben Anderson from Benton Central also participated, and Mike Simpson. Those are the three winners. Excuse me, I didn't read this correctly. Ben Anderson from the Fountain Central and Mike Simpson from Greencastle. And at halftime, we'll hear from Dan Muller, the CC senior. He participated in the slam dunk contest, but didn't make it. But we'll talk to him at halftime.
I was watching these guys warm up. They all got here about 6:45 and started into their routine. And they had a few folks were here electrified with some of the slam dunks that they put in. And I think maybe they left a few of the dunk.
He certainly is. I think we're ready for the starting line. Let's join Jeff Russo at PA.
Championship game of the Lafayette Regional between the 18-6 Twin Lakes Indians and the 22-2 McCutcheon Mavericks. Starting lineup first for the Twin Lakes Indians. At one forward, a 6'3" senior, number 13, Casey Westfall. The other forward, 6'1" senior, number 31, Adam Cornell. At center for the Indians, the 6'4" senior, number 10, J.R. Arnott. At one guard, a 5'9" senior, number 32, Neil Pitstick. And the other guard, a 6-foot junior, number 34, Shane Franks. Twin Lakes head coach is Rick Snodgrass. Now the starting lineup for the McCutcheon.
There you have the starting lineups for tonight's contest, the regional championship game, and we'll be looking at that McCutcheon defense. I would imagine, Mike, that has been the staple for Mavericks over the season. Even when their offense does not click, the defense is awfully tough to score against.
The defense clicked against BC in the third quarter, but an interesting thing to look for will be how well Matt and Scott Kramer go about.
From the forward slot for McCutcheon, Brandon Rose, the center, Matt Kramer, guard, Chad Peckinpah, guard.
Off the fine lineup, Neil Pitstick, Shane Franks, J.R. Arnott, Adam Cornell, and Casey Westfall will round out the starting five for Twin Lakes. And we're just about ready to get underway as we look at our officials, Robert Fry and Lanny Bosman. They'll be working this ball game this evening. It should be an up-and-down affair. Both of these teams like to move, and we saw them both have to use pressure defense to win this afternoon. We're underway, and it's Westfall off the tip. He gives it back to Pitstick, and Twin Lakes will be on the attack. This is Franks. Jump shot, going to be short. Westfall with a rebound, and he'll rack up the first two with 7:43 to go here in the first quarter of play.
Twin Lakes has to hope that that's not what they're going to see all night from Shane Franks.
Scott Kramer from three. It'll be short. Shane Franks with the rebound. And Twin Lakes will be on the attack again. McCutcheon started a little soft in the first ball game today, as did Twin Lakes.
McCutcheon playing man-to-man defense. Really got a turnover.
Chad Peckinpah on the steal. This is what they do very well. Pitstick tries to get in position, does not. He will draw the foul. It'll be foul number one on Neil Pitstick. It'll also be the first foul on Twin Lakes. And it'll be Chad Peckinpah going to the free throw line.
Here you see Chad Peckinpah overplaying on defense. He gets a hand out, gets the steal, takes it all the way to the bucket, and he did a nice thing where he looked at the bucket, didn't look away, knew he was going to get fouled, tried to get the shot down, just couldn't do it. Now he's got two free throws.
That's what McCutcheon does so well, their anticipation of the passing lane, be able to get into it very quickly as Peckinpah knocks down his first free throw. Shoots 79% on the season, had 14 points this afternoon.
Chad kind of in a slump at the end of the sectional game. Matt Kramer with a beautiful tip in off the miss.
Matt Kramer scores, did not score in the first half of this afternoon's contest, so he is off to a much better start tonight. Shane Franks off and no good. Rebound battle for. Matt Kramer comes up with it, leads the fast break, finds Peckinpah for three. It won't go. Shane Franks high again on the rebound. Twin Lakes will bring it up. And Cornell. Cornell on the drive. This is Franks. No good, taken off by Matt Kramer. He'll bring it down. Right down the middle. And Matt Kramer drives the middle and scores. That's his fourth point in the contest.
Boy, he got a lot of contact going in, but he still got the shot to fall down. And here Chad Peckinpah getting his hand out once again. Matt Kramer coming up with it. Look at that spin move. Oh, nice play by Matt Kramer.
Kramer doing exactly what he did not do in the first.
Here's a look at nice spin.
And there's the foul by Pitstick as he puts the chest in, and that cannot make Rick Snodgrass very happy, as his leader on the court is going to have to sit down.
Pitstick played outstanding against South Putnam, throwing in 12 points, leading Twin Lakes. He really stepped up when Shane Franks couldn't come up with any points.
Ryan Crabb, number 40, in the lineup for Twin Lakes. He replaces Pitstick. Crabb had 5 points this afternoon, as he was the first Indian off the bench then as well. Kramer misses the first of two.
as I alluded to earlier, Matt and Scott Kramer came down with the flu on Thursday, and so they looked a little bit weak against BC, but BC probably wouldn't tell you that as they combined for 25 points in the game.
Point number 5 for Matt Kramer. 6-2. Dane Franks drives, looks for somebody to give it to. Chad Peckinpah comes up with the turnover. And here come the Mavs.
Boy, Twin Lakes has had no defense in the middle so far in the early part of this game. The first 2.5 minutes, McCutcheon drove straight down the lane 3 times.
Casey Westfall will draw.
You look at the replay, Peckinpah just went straight down the lane, and I think Westfall turned around, couldn't find him.
13 foul on Twin Lakes. At this point, McCutcheon looks much quicker than Twin Lakes. Cornell.
Receiver, a great track star.
And showed a lot of quickness there. He can stay with Peckinpah on both Kramers. Might be the only Twin Lakes guy out front that might be able to do the job.
42 with the ball is Travis Brown, just came in the lineup, along with Jim Johnson, number 50. Scott Kramer looks inside to Johnson. Back to Kramer for the jumper. It's good.
McCutcheon the leader. Twin Lake needs a nice offensive set this time to maybe
Quieten down some of this McCutcheon momentum because the Mavericks are doing anything they want on the offensive end.
McCutcheon back in their matchup. Franks can't get the shot. DeFreeze with the rebound, and here come the Mavs.
Franks was really frustrated after that miss. Should have seen his face.
Scott Kramer on the reverse, can't get it.
Brought down by Crab. Cornell will bring it up.
Peckinpah on Cornell. This is Crab back to Cornell. Mavs have 4 people standing in the lane.
It almost looks like Twin Lakes is going to live and die by the 3-point shot. They've taken about 5 or 6 already and haven't hit any of them.
They'll have to hit the outside shot. There were 4 Mavericks with a foot in the lane, and they are really packing back inside. They're not going to let Franks catch it down low.
That's Peckinpah off the back rim, good rebound.
And foul. Arnott with a rebound. The foul is going to be on Scott Kramer. And that'll be foul number 1 on Scott, and the first on the team.
Scott being just a little overly aggressive off the rebound.
3:24 remaining here in the first quarter of play. The score is McCutcheon 8 and Twin Lakes 2, and we're going to pause now for a timeout.
Travel the world without leaving Lafayette. Imperial Travel presents Travel Expo 94 at Howard Johnson's on March 18th and 19th. Experience what it's like to visit the Cayman Islands and Thailand. Find out what it's like to ride a riverboat, a train, or board a cruise ship. Admission is free with door prizes totaling over $100,000 in travel and gifts. Win round-trip business class airfare for 2 to Munich, Zurich, Rome, and many other exciting destinations. Attend Travel Expo 94 on March 18th and 19th, brought to you by Imperial Travel.
There you see the score on your screen. Time remaining in the first quarter of play as McCutcheon again, Mike, came out with the strong defense, and they have really packed it inside against Twin Lakes.
The first time these two teams met,
coming football season. He felt like he could do some things against McCutcheon if he had him
a second time, and so far it doesn't look like he's able to do a whole lot.
Been tough so far into the ball game for Twin.
Also number 23, Eric Hauser, a 6'3" junior. He's at 185 pounds.
Grant should be fun to watch if he gets the ball in the open court. He's quite a leaper.
Here's Franks. It's good from the top of the key. 8-4, 3 minutes left in the first. Second pause open from 3. It'll be short. That's Grant with a rebound. From Cornell, Crab tried a jump shot and it just didn't work for him as he got it slapped right back. Scott Kramer will come in, number 10. He'll replace Peckinpah. Here's a look.
Here's a look at the Travis Brown bucket. He just takes it straight up and hits it. Brown had 7 points in the first game. Really played great defense in that third quarter when McCutcheon opened up the game against BC.
Johnson with the ball. Back out front to Wise. Wise just entered the ball game, number 34. There's Matt Kramer on the drive, and he's fouled. Kramer has been very effective here in the first quarter, right down the middle
of the defense. The foul's on number
23, Eric Hauser, his first.
Last week we talked a lot about Matt Kramer and how he could beat anybody off the dribble. Early on, it looks like Rick Peckinpah's allowing Matt, Scott, Chad Peckinpah, Travis Brown to do some dribbling out front and get right down the lane. I'm sure that's about the 5th straight time that they've been able to take it right down the middle of the lane.
After the tough start this afternoon for Matt, you knew he was going to be ready to play tonight. Can't get that free throw to fall. Has 5 points thus far in a ball game. Shoots 56% from the free throw line. Ideally, you'd like to pick that up into the upper 60s. Gets the second one. Scores 11-6. 1:51 remaining. First quarter. Johnson comes up with it. Anytime you stop on the sideboard and allow them to get you into the double team, they're very good at stealing the ball from the weak side.
Todd Grant's not real experienced with Twin Lakes, and he just came kind of buckled under the pressure that time.
To Scott Kramer. Back to Brown. To Wise. Johnson inside. Had the baseline for a moment. Hauser came over and clogged things up. Johnson can't get it. Franks will bring it down. Cornell with the ball.
Job has not been able to drive.
And he'll get called for travel. Turnover number 5 for Twin Lakes. And you just cannot turn that ball over this many times against McCutcheon.
No, eventually they're going to get a lot of points off those turnovers. And you know that against a man-to-man defense, you have to set screens to get guys open. And right now, Twin Lakes is running a lot of different plays, but they're not setting screens, so guys aren't getting the ball in open positions for jump shots.
Chad Peckinpah is back in the lineup along with Brandon Rose.
Kramer nearly lost it.
This is Peckinpah. Matt Kramer from 3.
Crab with the rebound, looks for a guard.
You'll find Cornell. 20 seconds remaining. 11-6, McCutcheon by 5.
Twin Lakes has to feel good, being pretty well in it so far and not having a good offensive first quarter.
Westfall with the ball. It's a Crab. He'll shoot from three. It'll be short. And the first quarter ends with the score, 11 for McCutcheon. Twin Lakes 6. We'll be back to the Crawley Athletic Center in just a moment.
Over the years, Home Hospital has built a fine reputation for helping Lafayette families grow. We introduced the area's only neonatal intensive care unit. We were first to provide birthing suites and to offer epidural anesthesia. All this stacks up to a very good reason why Home Hospital babies now number in the thousands, and why that number continues to go up and up.
Home Hospital, Home Hospital, at the heart of healthcare.
Bartlett Ford in Brookston is your Central Indiana Ford dealer. Whether your choice is the rugged Ford Explorer, the sporty Ford Escort, the
Ford cars and trucks.
Oh, Bartlett Ford, we make it so easy. Bartlett Ford, no house is all right. We build a reputation by treating you right.
Bob Ford with Mike Bridges back at the Crawley Athletic Center. You see the score on your screen as the Mavericks and the Indians square off again. They played back in December, and the Mavs won that one by 6. And Mike, I think you've got the stats from the first quarter.
Twin Lakes only shooting 27% in the first quarter. They're going to need to pick that up a bit, but McCutcheon's not doing too much better, only shooting 33%.
McCutchen basketball here to start the second quarter.
McCutcheon's yet to turn the ball over so far in the game.
From three. They need him in the lineup if they're going to be competitive. Westfall back to pitch stick. Franks was open for a moment under the basket. They didn't see him. Cornell on the drive. The jumper is good. Cornell scores. That's 4 points for him. It's now 11-8.
Cornell playing a good first half so far for Twin Lakes.
Brandon Rose battling with Grant down low, and Grant's unhappy. He's the guy that drew the foul. Rose is a load. Good hustle by Rose, can't pick it up. Grant on the jumper. And it'll go in. Grant scores to cut the lead to 3, 13-10. And Grant has been very active since he's come into the lineup. Peckinpah on the outside. Back to Scott Kramer. The Mavs in their 1-4 set. Peckinpah for 3 off the back rim and no good. Westfall with the rebound.
McCutcheon not having much.
Kramer committed a foul just after Frank let go of the ball.
So it's an opportunity now with the score 13-10 for Twin Lakes to sneak right back into it. And we'll have a timeout as we take a look at the replay.
Franks just sets right up, takes.
After shot, we'll see after this.
Celebrate your freedom and independence with Amigo Platform Mobility Aid. Do more and see more on an Amigo. With unlimited mobility, you'll enjoy the events that make life special. Choose from 6 models customized to fit your lifestyle. Call today.
Technology for your good health. Allen Medical.
Twin Lakes will be at the free throw line momentarily. Shane Franks was fouled by Scott Kramer, and he will go to the line to shoot 3 as he was outside the arc, unless they're going to give him the ball out of bounds. And that's what they're going to do. Mike, you were right. They called that well after the shot. So it will be out of bounds rather than a 3-point opportunity from the free throw line. So that's a break for McCutcheon.
It certainly is, because Franks, if he hits all 3 free throws, the game's tied at 13. But at least I didn't think I could confuse myself twice.
Pit stick from 3. He got it. They got their 3 points anyway. The ball game is tied at the 6-minute mark. That's Pit stick's first bucket.
That's the first 3-point field goal of the game, too. Both teams have combined to be 0 of 11 up to that point.
Scott Kramer, the brother Matt.
3-pointer will go. Brandon Rose with rebound. Puts it back in. 15-13. McCutcheon goes back on top.
McCutcheon has a decided height advantage.
Inside, and I would think they would want to take more advantage of that going inside. Should have taken some of those outside shots. Cornell smooth inside. Cannot get it to the basket.
A jump ball is called, and it will be Twin Lakes basketball on the alternating possession underneath their own.
Shane Franks will inbound it. Calls play number 2. Let's see what it is.
Arnott's going to come back into the ball game. At 6'4", that will help a little bit on the inside. He replaces Grant.
Other Pareto good. Best ball call with a shove foul
On the rebound.
Like trying to push on a bulldozer.
Inside pass, beautiful to Peckinpah. He couldn't get it. Cornell with the basketball.
Got knocked on the head a little bit, but no call.
Great pass inside to Arnott. Loses it on the way up. Peckinpah comes up with the ball.
Rick Snodgrass can't believe a foul wasn't called, but the officials are letting him play on both ends, so neither coach can be too upset at this point.
Peckinpah looking inside. Nobody there. Freeze tries to get to Rose. He threw it too hard. Brandon couldn't get it, and that's the first turnover of the ball game for the Mavericks, and that is the way to handle the basketball. Wise is back in, number 34, replacing the Freeze. Also going out is Scott Kramer, and Travis Brown is his replacement, number 42. 15-13, 4:34 remaining here in the first half of play.
Twin Lakes can tie on this possession or maybe take the lead if they hit a 3-pointer.
Jobs up to no good by Hauser.
He was battling the big guys on the inside and did not get it to fall. Peckinpah. Travis Brown looks inside.
McCutcheon looks to be trying to post up one of the trio of guards outside, and Matt Kramer missing the outside shot.
Kramer scores, and the foul
Going to be on Neil Pitstick, and that is foul number 3
for the youngster.
look at the replay. Travis Brown gets the ball to Matt Kramer, running the break beautifully, takes the contact, lays it up on the glass, gets the hoop and the foul, try to make it a three-point play. And I think McCutcheon, of any of the teams in the sectional or the regional, just run the fast break as well as anybody.
They really move up and down the court.
Well, Kramer with 8 points, now 9.
18-13 as the Mavs are on a mini run. Score was tied at 13. Peckinpah with a near steal. This is Hauser. Crabb gives it back to Cornell. Still tough in the middle of that zone. No opening. Franks will shoot from 3 and won't go. He missed it short.
Bring the ball down the floor.
Franks looked like he decided to shoot the ball before he got it and tried to get fouled in the process.
Good defense inside by Hauser.
Now he's going to get caught on the foul. He was battling against Wise down low.
And he called his second foul. It'll be his 17th foul, so we'll go to the free throw line on the 1-1.
And again, it's one of those big Mavs on the inside. Wise is a load down there, and it was very difficult for Hauser to do anything with him. Well, Hauser only weighs in at 100.
And I think they're threatening right now to be
out of the game by McCutcheon. They need something on the offensive end.
Grant comes back into lineup, replacing Hauser. Wise on the 1-and-1.
Eddie Wise coming off the bench, playing well for McCutcheon, spelling the big boys, and
they don't miss much of the beat when he comes in. Misses the free throw, and Grant comes up with the rebound.
Wise shoots 63% from the stripe. This is Crabb.
Remaining. First half.
19-13. This time. That's team's third foul.
Here's a look at the replay. Look for Andy Wise. Right there, setting the screen, more of a moving screen, not allowing Adam Cornell to get around him.
Grant on a jump shot from 15, got it. 19-15. Grant with 4.
Todd Grant's got a lot of athletic ability, and
bring it down.
And Peckinpah will draw the foul, I believe. The team number 4, yes, it's Chad Peckinpah. Here's Brown a moment ago. Went strong, protected the ball, but Cornell just blocked it. And Brown went hard to the court with defensive action. Both clubs beginning to pick up on the defense. Grant for 3, got it. Todd Grant hits the 3, and now it's a 1-point game. The Mavs still on top, but here come the Indians.
Todd Grant pumped up, giving Twin Lakes a huge lift right now.
Peckinpah on the jumper, blocked by Cornell. Rose gets the rebound. Crabb was knocked down under the basket, but he's back. Here's Travis Brown from behind the three-point line. It won't go. Crabb gets it back. Everybody needs him. And he cannot find the guard. And the ball is thrown out of bounds. Turnover number 8 for the Indians. Boy, that was a big one. They had a chance to get a lead, had their crowd fired up. but everybody ran off and left Crabb all by himself.
He took off with another one. That would have been huge for Twin Lakes with only a minute and a half to go.
Scott Kramer back into the lineup, replacing Brown for the Mavs. Here's Wise way out front. Right through Kramer's hands and out of bounds. The Mavs just a little bit out of sync at the moment. Turnover number 3. Twin Lakes gets it back with 1:21 remaining. Down by only 1. Crabb to Cornell.
Rose is 70% free throw shooter.
As Travis Brown comes back in for Scott Kramer. Rose had 6 points this afternoon. The Maverick win. Good look at the big guy. Nails the free throw. Gives his club a 2-point lead. 44 seconds remaining.
Rose doesn't score a lot of points for McCutcheon, but they can, at the end of the game, you can certainly see his contributions.
He missed the second one, has 3 points in ball game. Twin Lakes will probably go for the last shot.
Just 35 seconds left.
Ranks on the move at 15. Takes the jumper, won't
go. Brandon Rose on the rebound.
Rose lost his balance as he tried to pass the ball quickly. Got called for the travel.
Franks is very frustrated.
He's one of none to this point in the game. Took that last shot awfully quick. Chance to tie. He's feeling it right now. That 9 points made Salty give Twin Lakes a lift.
5 seconds. Here's Peckinpah with a jumper from 3. Got it. And Peckinpah does it again from 3-point right at halftime. The score is McCutcheon 23 and Twin Lakes 18. We'll be back to the Crawley Athletic Center in just a moment.
Klein's Designs, formerly the wall covering stop, offers you a full house. Our customers don't want to be bothered running from store to store for an art gallery, wall coverings, window treatments, floor coverings, and custom framing. That's why Klein's Designs has everything you need to decorate a room. Once we help you decorate one room, you'll come back to Klein's
Designs to decorate another. Klein's Designs can do a room on any budget.
From $500 to $5,000. We also make free house calls. That's Klein's Designs, now at 2 locations, in West Lafayette and Frankfurt.
Quality from the ground up. We now offer service to more than 320
cities in over 45 countries around the world, all from Lafayette.
Urban Travel Service is proud to announce the opening of our
3rd location here at University Square
on the Sagamore Parkway. For 36 years, we've been giving good service to the greater Lafayette community and continue our relationship with American Eagle, our hometown airline.
CarQuest, America's auto parts giant, puts the buying power of over 2,000 stores to work to bring you down-to-earth values right here in your own...
General Automotive Supply has 2 convenient locations to help you. 1060 Sycamore Parkway West in West Lafayette and 3 304 South Earl Avenue in Lafayette.
Bartlett Ford in Brookston is your Central Indiana Ford dealer. Whether your choice is the rugged Ford Explorer, the sporty Ford Escort, the luxurious Crown Victoria, or any one of the best-selling line of Ford F-Series trucks, Bartlett Ford is your headquarters for the entire fleet of America's favorite automobiles, Fords, cars, and trucks.
Oh, Bartlett Ford, we make it so easy. Bartlett Ford, no houses or heights. We build a reputation by treating you right.
Well, the same old story. Chad Peckinpah at the end of the half finds a way to nail the three-pointer on set play and gives the Mavs a lead, 23-18. Here's a look at it. Boy, he's got a nice jump shot right here, Mike. Look at that. Nice and smooth and nothing but the bottom.
Just a
beautiful. BC saw that three-pointer.
On a 56-31 lead. I think at that point they were up pretty big because they didn't score for 6 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Well, the Mavs doing what they normally do. That's play the defense and make steals. Twin Lakes came back, and Todd Grant was the instigator as he really had a good half.
He's very athletic. You can see he's got a lot of ability. He's just a junior, so he'll be back next year. He looks like he really wants to do a lot of good things, but he's like caged up a little bit. He doesn't know how to let it all go out. And you could see he shot that three-pointer a little bit early with 14 seconds left. That hurt Twin Lakes, giving McCutcheon a chance at the three-pointer to end the half.
Neil Pipstick had some real problems, got into foul trouble. It didn't hurt them as much as I thought that it might. He's their team leader on the court, but they seem to be able to change things around and find a way to get their offense moving.
It's the same old story that Rick Snodgrass has to feel good that Shane Franks is only 1 of 9, only has 2 points, but he's still only down 5.
And the score at halftime, 23-18. The Mavericks are leading, and we expect that it shall be the same kind of second half as we saw in the first half. On the court, getting the three-point competition underway, and we'll have a lot more here from the Crawley Athletic Center in just a moment.
John says you can score big at Linens Furniture during a March Madness sale, where every item in the store is a sure shot. With such name brands as Styline, Flex Steel, Lane, and Bassett, you can't miss. And if high prices have you fouled, step up to the line and score your one-and-one with our Lane recliner. When you buy one, you get one free. And that's not all. John is willing to pass additional savings on to you when you carry away your own purchase. So remember, you can always score big when you buy at Linens Furniture, State Road 231 South in Lafayette.
Get back in shape. Be on time for work. Stop arguing with my boss. Don't stay out so late. Spend more time with my family. Take care of myself.
It's a new year. Time to take control.
Stop drinking. Stop drinking.
If you have a problem with alcohol, call Charter Hospital of Lafayette at 1-800-CHARTER. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
Chevrolet continues to lead away with special value Chevrolet no haggling price deals on 4 December 1994 Berettas.
Deal 1. Equipped with 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, driver's side airbag, air conditioning, AM/FM stereo, intermittent wipers, rear window defogger, 5-speed manual transmission with overdrive and more. This no haggle Beretta price is only $11,795. We've got the deals now at DeFao Lafayette.
There's our score, 23-18, McCutcheon in the lead. And it has been a big weekend of basketball so far, but there's a lot more to come. We'll start with a Gene Cady show tomorrow at 11:30, talking about the big game coming up at 12:30. Coach Cady will talk about his club and what's going to be happening as they prepare for Illinois and what now has turned into an opportunity for the Big Ten championship outright. At 12:30, it will be the CBS Cup.
By beating the Illini tomorrow afternoon.
That starts at 12:30, just after lunch, and it should be a dandy. Let's now go down courtside and Mike Bridges.
Joining me here at halftime is talented CC senior Dan Muller. You had a pretty good season this year, Dan.
Thank you. We just tried to have a good season. You know, we think our team played well, and that was fun.
kind of ended a little earlier than I think you wanted it to. But you've had some injuries heading into your senior season. How did you overcome some of the things?
I just worked hard, and you know, I had a lot of help, a lot of support from my coaches, my family, and my friends. And you know, I was blessed with good recovery, so I just worked hard and kept at it. Did what the doctor said. Dr. Shelbourne was great. I had my knee surgery, and I just did what he said, and luckily I recovered.
Coming into this year, you kind of banked on having a real good senior season. You passed up some scholarship offers to
schools around in Indiana. How do things work out for you? I think they went all right. A lot of the schools that have scholarships left.
And I got some more interest, so I'm starting everything down right now. I think it worked out well. I think I had a I visited Evansville during the season. That was the only one, and I plan on visiting Western Kentucky and probably Stanford. And other than that, I'm not sure about. I have 2 more visits other than that, and I'm not positive what I'm going to do. But Ball State and Illinois State or Toledo and some other schools are in this. But I'm not positive right now.
Once you get to school, what are you going to try to study? Do you know?
I think business. I haven't really, you know.
Head into this year, I think most people knew
Dan Moeller, the basketball player, but what are some of the things that people don't know about Dan Moeller, the person?
Well, basketball is a big part of it. You know, I just like basketball a lot. I like to watch basketball, play basketball. I like to go out with my friends a lot too and just relax. I'm not too much. I don't go out too much. I'm pretty much a personal guy, and I stay in a lot by myself. But you know, I play basketball as much as possible.
What are you going to take away from CC after the senior year?
I'll do a lot of good memories. You know, Coach World in all 4 years has been great. You know, I've had Jason, Nancy, and Jay playing with him for 4 years.
What do you do from here on at the end of the season? And you don't play baseball, so what are you going to do now?
We'll start lifting weights and just keep playing, pick up games and wherever I can play, and possibly get a job. Make some money.
Any possibilities up you up front? I'm not sure right now. Probably the average, but I'm not positive.
So if somebody out there wants to offer you a job, you'll go ahead and take it.
That's right. Anybody got a job, you know, I'm open.
You've been here to see the first half, and you've faced both these clubs. What do you think you've seen so far?
I think I've seen a defensive struggle. Both teams aren't shooting too well, and you know, they're just playing hard. And, you know, some of the shots are going to start falling in the second half. It just depends on, you know, who hits those shots, cracks the boards, and keeps the defense up.
All right, Dan, thanks a lot. Good luck in your search for college, and we'll be back right after this.
Coach Katie, the polls say the team is unbelievable.
Believe it. Next question.
Coach, what secret strategy do you have for these pizza?
No comment. Next question.
Gene, how would you compare those national chain deliveries with your favorite Pizza King pizza?
Hey, get this right. Pizza King is hot. The national chains are cold. No comparison. Pizza King is ahead in top price and tastiness. Taste it and notice the crisp crust, outstanding cheese, and generous toppings. The no excuse pizza, no matter how you slice it.
Nobody knows travel like Imperial Travel, and that's why we bring Travel Expo 94. Come to the best travel expo in the Midwest, March 18th and 19th at Howard Johnson's. Visit with representatives from cruise lines, airlines, riverboats, the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Thailand, and many others.
Winner and pick your projects and their prices. Don't miss Travel Expo 94, brought to you by
Imperial Travel. We'll book your best trip.
Bartlett Ford in Brooklyn is your Central Indiana Ford dealer. Your choice is the rugged Ford Explorer, the sporty
Ford cars and
Celebrate your freedom and independence with an Amigo platform mobility aid. Do more and see more on an Amigo. With unlimited mobility, you'll enjoy the events that make life special. Choose from 6 models customized to fit your lifestyle. Call today.
Technology for your good health. Allen Medical.
Ford and Mike Bridges back at Crawley Athletic Center.
Three-point competition about to wrap up, and we've got some stats for you at halftime. And
I'll tell you what, Mike, neither one of these clubs really burn up the nets here in the first half.
Both of the teams trying to hit three-pointers, and they haven't come up with, there's only been two three-pointers in the game, but Twin Lakes is up from the 27% shooting they had in the first quarter to go at 33%. The Mavericks only shooting at 32, and you see McCutcheon's been to the free throw line 10 times already. Twin Lakes hasn't got there.
Turnovers, the Indians with 8, the Mavericks with 4. And that's a look at the stats as they stack up here. Individual scoring. Or here's a look at a play earlier. This is a rebound basket, I think, by...
Interestingly, McCutcheon's got the size advantage, but only a 2-rebound edge so far in the first half.
Individual scoring, Scott Kramer with 2, Peckinpah with 4, Matt Kramer had 9, Freeze with 2, Rose had 3 and 5 rebounds. Brown had a couple, Johnson didn't score, and Wise had 1. For Twin Lakes, Arnott and Westfall. Westfall had 2, Arnott did not score. Pitstick with 3, Frank with 2, Cornell with 4. Crabb and Hauser didn't score. Grant had 7. Crabb had 5 rebounds. We've got a lot more coming here from the Crawley Athletic Center in just a moment.
From the banks of the Wabash to the cities we call home, there's a special right working and growing together. Here in Lafayette, the best keeps getting better. Proud to show the pride you feel inside Lafayette. There's a special hometown spirit that's neighbors and friends, reaching out and keeping in touch with each other. Here in Lafayette, we bring it all together. Proud to be here. Pleased to serve. Show the brighter side. Journal and Courier.
American Airlines and American Eagle. Quality from the ground up. We now offer service to more than...
Service Travel Service is proud to announce the opening of our 3rd location here at University Square
on the Sycamore Parkway. For 36 years, we've been giving good service to the greater Lafayette community and continue our relationship with American Eagle, our hometown airline.
John says you can score big at Lanen's Furniture during our March Madness sale, where every item in the store is a sure shot. With such name brands as Style Line, Flex Steel, Lane, and Bassett, you can't miss. And if high prices have you fouled, step up to the line and score your one-and-one with our Lane recliner. When you buy one, you get one free. And that's not all. John is willing to pass additional savings on to you when you carry away your own purchase. So remember, you can always score big when you buy at Lane & Furniture, State Road 231 South in Lafayette.
Next Saturday at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. next Saturday will be the championship game of the Lafayette Semi-State. And that will be from Mackey Arena over at Purdue. Mike and I will be there to bring you all of the action and find out who
Jeremy Pettit from Covington won the Fountain Central sectional 3-point, and Todd Carter of South Putnam was the winner representing Greencastle. All three will be at Mackey next weekend to go in the 3-point contest. And if you didn't get the slam dunk winners, Jeff Spann, once again, he can shoot and he can dunk. We've seen that. Ben Anderson from Benton Central represents Fountain Central, and Mike Simpson of Turkey Run represents Greencastle.
Todd Carter of South Putnam was red hot during the 3-point competition.
Red hot. Wonder if Keith Huckadoo can shoot like that. He might not slow down the game as much
And let him shoot some more from the outside.
Fouling for the ball game. Twin Lakes has 9 fouls thus far in the game. McCutcheon has 4. One individual in foul trouble. Neil Pitstick from Twin Lakes has 3 personal fouls. And he spent a lot of time on the pine along with the coaching staff of Twin Lakes, especially early in that first quarter.
Well, Pitstick's going to need to stay out of foul trouble in the second half. He led Twin Lakes in the first game with 12 points, so that's about 12 or 14, 15 points he's capable of getting sitting on the bench. Doesn't help.
A change in the Twin Lakes starting lineup here in the second half. It's going to be number 42, Todd Grant, replacing J.R. Arnott. And Grant had a great first half, and so he's being rewarded. And we'll start the second. He'll have to guard Brandon Rose. For McCutcheon, it's their same lineup. The Kramers, along with Peckinpah, Rose, and DeFries. And immediately, McCutcheon turns it over. That'll be turnover number 5. And Twin Lakes will get the basketball, trailing by 5.
Not the play Rick Peckinpah, I think, wanted coming out of the halftime.
I'll guarantee you he didn't diagram it that way. Franks is fouled. It's going to be DeFries. He'll draw his first, team's first. Or I think maybe DeFries has a couple of fouls.
Shane Franks only 1 of 9 in the first half. He comes out aggressive, going right at the basket. Nice fake. Just runs into Ben DeFries. Nothing DeFries can do. He gets called for the foul.
That was DeFries' first foul. Franks can't get the first one. Has an interesting little routine here with the basketball as he prepares for his free throw. Sets it on the floor and wipes his hands, has 3 dribbles, and shoots it. And that one rolls in for him. 23-19. Just over 7 minutes remaining in the third. Matt Kramer picked up by Franks. McCutcheon in a wide setup now, looking to get the ball to the inside. Scott Kramer with a 15-footer. It's good. Scott Kramer with 4. McCutcheon leads at 25-19.
Nearly a steal for that pressing defense.
Nearly 2 steals. McCutcheon had 2 opportunities at it. Pitstick takes a look. Finally finds Frank for 15-footer. Won't go. And Westfall is guilty of the foul on the inside. That'll be the first team foul of the second half. And 3 on Westfall. So Casey has 3.
And once again, Shane Franks like he's forcing his offensive game.
McCutcheon spread very wide, looking for something down the middle. Then DeFries, back to Peckinpah inside to Brandon Rose, the layup.
That's what 222 pounds will do. Grant has to try to front him. They just throw the ball over the top of Grant. There's nobody to stop Brandon Rose.
An 8-point lead now for McCutcheon. Grant on the jump shot. Oh, battle for the rebound, taken off by Cornell. Finds Franks. Franks on the jumper, got it. Franks has 7 now, 27-21. 6 minutes left here in the third. Again inside Rose, and they're going to call the foul. Again, Brandon Rose, I believe, for holding.
They're going to say Brandon Rose pushed off of Grant, trying to get to the bucket. And
So Westball will go to the bench after drawing that third personal foul a moment ago. Twin Lakes with the ball. Stick on the dribble. Mavs in a man-to-man this time. Shane Franks on the jumper, just can't find the range. DeFreeze with the rebound. And here come the Mavs with 4-on-4. Blocked by Cornell.
Cornell's got
Kramer. Well, I tell you what, there's Scott Kramer on a drive. It's either Scott or Matt. They're coming at you all the time. The foul this time on Arnott.
Here's a look at the replay. Matt Kramer going right to the goal. Thinks he's got a basket. Cornell's third block of the game, but right back to Scott Kramer, and he went in, threw the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot a couple.
Scott Kramer with 4 points so far in the ball game, and doesn't get number 5. Just rolls off the rim. Vic Snodgrass saw his club go down by 8 just a moment ago. They got a quick bucket. It's now a 7-point lead, 28-21, as Kramer gets the second of 2. Cornell in trouble. Grant helps him out. Franks on the move, looking for a bucket. He got it. Franks on a little leaner, knocks it down, and the foul's going to be on Scott Kramer. Franks will have an opportunity at the free throw line for one more.
An improbable shot so far. Franks has missed some easier shots, and look how hard this shot is. Leans in, puts it up, draws the foul, and hits it. He'll go to the line for one shot to try to complete the three-point play.
Frank shooting 3 of 13 on the contest, but that was a big one for him.
Shane Franks has been a member of 3 winning sectional clubs for Twin Lakes in football, basketball, and track.
He gets that free throw. It's now 28-24 as Twin Lakes just keeps battling back.
Shane Franks has got all 6 of Twin Lakes' second half points.
Brandon Rose inside. He got it. Brandon Rose having his own.
And McCutcheon gets the ball back. Well, McCutcheon doesn't steal. The pressure defense
causes a turnover.
Down he went.
Especially when it probably seems like he's going against 8 McCutcheon players on that press.
Kramer. Second ball from the corner. The free, it won't go. Grant gets the rebound. Thinks twice about taking it down himself. Finds Pitstick. Grant with jumper from 16, won't go. Rose chases down the rebound, and the Mavs are on the attack.
Snodgrass didn't like that shot, and it looks like he might be taking Grant out.
Scott Kramer, then DeFreeze, and DeFreeze a couple of times has had Rose open and just hung on to the basketball too long and threw it out of bounds. Ryan Crabb into the lineup. He'll replace Grant. Travis Brown is in. DeFreeze will go out. Peckinpah will go out. Wise is in. 7 turnovers for the Mavericks.
They didn't have any turnovers in the first quarter, so that's all coming in the last quarter and 4 minutes.
Frank's working hard for the jumper and comes up with an air ball. McCutcheon now still using the spread offense. They've recognized the fact that They can't handle Rose inside. It's Kramer on the jump shot. It's good.
The middle of the lane is open on McCutcheon's end, and they're exploiting it with either Brandon Rose or one of the big guys, or bringing one of the guards in and taking the short little 6 to 8 foot jump shot.
32-24, 3.5 minutes left in the third. Pitstick for three. He got it. Neil Pitstick gets his 6th point. It's 32-27 now.
Both Pitstick's shots have been three-pointers.
Kramer can't get the three for McCutchen. Arnott chases down the rebound. And Twin Lakes will bring it down to try to cut that lead even further. Here's
from way out of the court by Matt Kramer. Kramer's first personal foul.
13th foul. Franks made a nice move, a quick fake left and went right. Did a nice job with it. Chad Peckinpah coming into the lineup.
Chad Peckinpah returns to the Mavericks for Matt Kramer.
Matt Kramer will go to the bench. And we're going to have a timeout. 2:52 remaining in the third quarter. It's McCutchen 32, Twin Lakes 27.
Do you ever feel like you are your bank's best employee? Do you have to bounce from department to department grasping for answers without dropping the ball, regardless of long lines and impersonal service? Is your bank too busy to help you? Isn't it time for someone else to carry the ball? At Lafayette Savings Bank,
We take responsibility seriously.
you ask the questions, we'll find the answers. Come home to Lafayette Savings Bank. You'll fit right in.
Back at the Cully Athletic Center, both the Twin Lakes shooting section and the Maverick fans are up hollering and screaming, trying to get their ball clubs over the hump and into the semi-state next week. Right now, the Mavs lead it by 5. Just under 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. As Twin Lakes has battled and battled and battled, trying to get back into this ball game. Been down by 5 to 8 points much of the third quarter.
Can't really get over the hump. They were tied at 13, and they were one down late in the second quarter, but fell behind by, like you said, 8 or 9 here in the second half.
Pitstick, the inbounder.
That's his second personal foul.
Fifth on the team. And all of a sudden, what was a 7-point lead is only 2. There's better than 2.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Twin Lakes with the basketball looks at McCutchen press. A 2-2-1.
Twin Lakes with a chance to tie or possibly take the lead with a basket, but Adam Cornell throws the ball away. That's twice in the game. Twin Lakes has had a chance and thrown the ball away.
Travis Brown with the ball. Scott Kramer looks inside. Rose is not open. Pitstick with 3 fouls, picking up Scott Kramer. Got his hands full.
You might want to see Scott Kramer try to take Pitstick down low or off the dribble and see if he can pick up that 4th foul.
There's Kramer with a jumper from about 10. Can't get it. Brandon Rose battles for the rebound, but he's standing out of bounds, so it'll be Twin Lakes basketball.
Nice hustle by both players underneath the basket. Arnott and Brandon Rose. Rose just came out of the short end this time.
Here's Franks. It's a 3-pointer. He's got it. Twin Lakes leads by 1. 33-32. Franks with 14.
Franks looks like he's finally found the stroke he's been looking for a game and a half.
Here's Rose inside. Good job by Arnott. Shut him down.
Back around the horn to Travis Brown. Andy Wise with the ball, looking for Brown. Brown inside to Brandon Rose with a fake. And Rose scores. 34-33. Rose has 9.
Rose has 6 second-half points, and we've seen McCutcheon answer the bell every time this year. Let's see if they can do it again.
Travis Brown caught with his hand in the cookie jar. It's his first foul. He'll come off over and talk to Coach Peckinpah. Matt Kramer is sitting just under the scorer's table, and he'll come into lineup replacing Brown. McCutcheon has 16 fouls, so the next one for them will be the 1-1 for Twin Lakes.
But McCutcheon only had 14 fouls in the first half and have already picked up 6 in about 6 minutes and 45 seconds. So either Twin Lakes is being a little more aggressive or McCutcheon's being just a little bit more lazy.
Eric Hauser, number 23, checks in the lineup for Twin Lakes, replacing Ryan Crabb.
Will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1
with just over a minute left here in the third quarter, and Twin Lakes trails it by 1.
Chad Peckinpah and Matt Kramer got switched up on which man they were supposed to guard, and so Kramer took Neil Pitstick, and Peckinpah took Franks, and Peckinpah ended up getting the foul called on him.
Here's Franks the line. The first shot is up and no good. Taken up by Peckinpah. Opportunity missed. James Franks could throw to go, and now McCutcheon has the ball back. 50 seconds remaining, and the Mavs lead it by 1. Quick pass. It'll go against Franks. Great quick pass from
underneath. The nice fake on the free throw line.
3 team fouls on Twin line for 2 shots. Kramer gets his 10th point. Not with the rebound. Adam Cornell with the basketball out front. 32 seconds left. Felix down by 2. They'll work for the last shot.
It could be a big momentum shifter. We've seen what Peckinpah's shots have done for McCutcheon earlier today, and then at the end of the first half.
Oh, nearly taken away. A foul inside will go on Arnott. JR commits the foul. It's foul number 4. There's the shot, and here comes the foul.
Franks drizzled once he got the ball. He still had 11 seconds.
Tied at 35. Won't go. Oh, what a tournament. It's my 1 quarter for
Full house. Our father running from floor coverings and custom framing to decorate another. $100 to $5,000. We also make rehouse calls. It's Klein's Designs, now at 2 locations, in West Lafayette and Frankfurt.
Carquest, America's auto parts giant, puts the buying power of over 2,000 stores to work to bring you down-to-earth values right here in your own neighborhood.
Visit General Automotive Supply, your CarQuest Auto Supply headquarters. Locally owned for 25 years, we have the experience to supply you with quality name parts you need and trust. General Automotive Supply has 2 convenient locations to help you. 1060 Sagamore Parkway West.
Along with Mike Bridges back at the Clay Athletic Center, where
Twin Lakes and McCutcheon are all tied up because of that shot right there by Shane Franks. And boy, he nailed it. Great seal, great basket. And we're just underway in the 4th quarter, and we'll play 8 minutes for the championship.
Shane Franks came up with 14 points there in the 3rd quarter, and that gave Twin Lakes a huge lift as they outscored McCutcheon in the 3rd by 5.
Redwood basketball.
Cornell. Pitstick not looking for his shot at the moment. He's in trouble. Hit on the Franks. threw it to the opposite direction he was running, and McCutcheon gets it back 35-35. So he'll bring it. Shane Flack pitched. And
thanks in part to Shane. It said.
Nails the first, a 53%, and he hits the second one. Twin Lakes the leader.
Can answer the bell. This
tied to score.
Not a lot. Neil pitched it.
Tied. Grant with the basketball. Hit off the front rim, no good. To Freeze with. He made team personal. Basket. Brandon Rose on the baseline, followed by Kramer on the steal of the layup, which tied the score. 5:40 remaining. 39-39. Here's Peckinpah with a 17-footer. Well,
that's halfway down and came.
Cornell brings it down against Kramer. Peckinpah knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll be Twin Lakes ball. Free throw line extended. Shane Franks has been quiet the last minute or so. He's on the drive. Cornell. Grant traveled out front. He faked the jump shot, and when the defender ran at him, he lifted the pivot foot, and McCutcheon gets the ball back. Big turnover by the Indians.
Twin Lakes wanted a timeout, couldn't get it because McCutcheon had the ball inbounds.
Peckinpah from three will go. Rebound inside by DeFreeze, and he's fouled. Todd Grant. Team foul number 6. And it was in the act of shooting, so it will be DeFreeze at the free throw line for 2. There's a look at Grant.
Here's a replay. Peckinpah's only 1 of 12 from the field, having a tough night, but DeFreeze gets the rebound. Nice block off of Grant. He was unsure what he wanted to do. He didn't know whether he wanted to block it or just stand there.
Gives the Mavericks a 1-point lead, 40-39, 4:58 remaining in the championship game.
This will be a big lift for McCutcheon if he can knock down the second one, give him a 2-point lead.
It won't go. Rebound by Peckinpah, it's good. Tad Peckinpah nails it down off a missed free throw. And now the Mavs are up by 3.
Twin Lakes wants a timeout.
They got it. Just a beat before the 10-second count. Just a beat before. The score 42 for the Mavericks, 39 for the Indians. We'll be back for the rest of the championship game in just a moment.
John says you can score big at Lanen's Furniture during our March Madness.
Jump to the line is for your 1-on-1 with our recliner. When you buy one, you get one free. And that's not all.
John is willing to pass additional savings on to you when you carry away your own purchase. So remember, you can always score big when you buy at Lanen's Furniture, State Road 231 South in Lafayette.
Gets inside, nice rebound, puts it up. He's having a tough night. He's only 2 of 13.
But that was big 2 points to give McCutcheon a 3-point lead with 4:45 remaining in the championship game.
Shane Franks has been quiet. He led Twin Lakes back into the game, but has been quiet the last minute or so.
He's only got 1 bucket in the 4th quarter.
Crab with the ball, nearly loses it, then throws it away.
Crab on pressure.
It's turnover number 14, and McCutcheon gets the ball back up by 3.
That's tough for Ryan Crabb. He sat for most of the second half, and this is a lot of emotion, and it's hard to come off the pine and be playing in sync with the rest of your teammates.
Layup is good by Scott Kramer. For 44-39.
Quite a shot by Scott Kramer.
Kramer has 11.
9 in the second half.
Well, in the pregame, we heard the coach that the Kramers have to get tired. Well, they haven't yet. Franks from the side, it won't go. Travis down the rebound.
There's a paper airplane out on the court.
On the inside, so you might as well clean up on the outside as well.
Now we'll get the announcement for the crowd that asked them, please don't throw things on the court. Very, very dangerous for the players. Chad Peckinpah, number 24, is back in the ball game, replacing Travis Brown. Scott Kramer to inbound to brother Matt.
This is a big trip for McCutcheon. If they can get a basket and go up by 7, that's huge with 3.5 minutes to go in the game.
Freeze with the ball in the corner. Matt Kramer, guarded by Franks. Brings it back outside, and Scott will set the offense.
Scott Kramer just about carried the ball, but
McCutcheon runs this offense so well. They don't get in a hurry, and they don't get out of sync. They just run and take what the defense gives them.
3 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. McCutcheon leads it by 5. They hung on to the basketball for a couple of minutes this afternoon in that ball game.
Benton Central had some fouls to give and didn't give them until after about 2 minutes. And that kind of hurt the Bison late. We'll see what Twin Lakes can do. They don't have any fouls to give. The next foul puts McCutcheon in a 1-and-1 situation.
Scott Kramer guarded by Pitstick. Here comes a double team by Frank. Right down the middle is Matt. He's going to be fouled by Cornell. Matt Kramer fouled by Adam.
She makes it all good to get the foul out front.
Matt Kramer got past him, so Adam Cornell had to foul him. There you see, if there's no foul called, Matt Kramer's up in the air with nowhere to go, so luckily for him, Cornell was called for the foul.
Kramer 4 of 7 on the free throw line. Gets that one. 45-39, number 11 for Franks in the battle out front. There's foul number 4 on Pitstick. Scott Kramer will go to the free throw line for 1-and-1. Ryan Crabb, number 40, is coming back in.
Just 2 minutes to go in the game. McCutcheon up by 6. Scott Kramer hits either one of these free throws. Twin Lakes may need to think about going to some kind of three-point shot or fouling a lot earlier than they have been.
Shot's no good. Westfall with the rebound. Twin Lakes has got to get Franks back into the offense. This is Cornell. Bad pass taken away by Peckinpah, and he'll be fouled. Pitstick will foul out of the lineup. Peckinpah twisted an ankle as he went down. He's going to come up a little soft on that right leg.
Here's a look at the replay. After the steal, Peckinpah goes in play.
And with 1:54 to go, Twin Lakes is
Getting a little discombobulated, I guess you could say.
Pitstick fouls out of the ball game. He finishes with 6 points this evening. Had 12 this afternoon, averaged 9 on the year. And he will
first shot his senior campaign. Eric
Hauser is back in the lineup. Hauser, number 23, replaces Pitstick.
Second point to line.
Nails the free throw. Point number 7. It's 46-39. The Mavericks in the lead. 1 minute and 54 seconds remaining in the regional championship game.
A few minutes ago when Twin Lakes was leading, I thought, can the Mavericks answer the bell? And they've shown everybody that they're every bit the team that they've been projected to this point. They answered the bell in an and how fashion, leading right now by 7 points.
Twin Lakes has not given up. They have battled back a number of times, and now they have to come back one more. Point number 8 for Peckinpah, 47-39. Franks won't go. DeFreeze throws it away. Taken back by Scott Kramer.
Ryan Crabb never saw Scott Kramer behind him.
Franks on the personal foul. Matt Kramer will go to the free throw line. There's a look at Shane. Second personal foul as he talks to his coach. Franks was instrumental in getting Twin Lakes back into the ball game. He played very, very well during about a 4 or 5 minute stretch. Ended up with a steal and a bucket at the end of the third quarter to tie it at 35.
He had 14 points in the third quarter, but he's only got 2 so far here in the fourth. And Kramer hits the free throw.
Matt Kramer has 1 left. The Mavs up by 9. 1:36 remaining. Count that one. A 10-point advantage for the Mavericks. Kramer 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Franks for 3 won't go. Brandon Rose with a rebound. Saved by Westfall. Only to go out of bounds. Good effort. And McCutcheon will get the ball back.
It's a great effort by Casey Westfall. Here's another look at it. Brandon Rose going to throw it off of him. Hits him right in the midsection, but Westfall hits it back in.
He was there a moment ago. 59 seconds remaining as it looks like the Mavericks will make it to the Sweet 16 next week at Mackey Arena.
McCutcheon hasn't been to the semi-state.
1987.
Rick Peckinpah told me earlier in the week it's someplace that he'd like to go to quite often, and at least he'll get another chance this year.
Adam Cornell comes out of the lineup. Cornell, a senior, had 11 points this afternoon. He's replaced by Brad Brewer. Brewer is a senior. Cornell had 4 points in the ball game tonight. Free throw is good by Matt Kramer.
Well, as history tells us, the winner of the Lafayette sectional usually does pretty well in the Lafayette regional, and this will be another example. McCutcheon looks like they'll have no problem getting into the semi-state next week.
Kramer with 15. 51, 39. Franks from way outside. Rebound by Brandon Rose, and he's had a ton. Casey Westfall commits the foul. His 4th, 49 seconds remaining. Rose has 11 rebounds in the ball game, and he has been a big factor on the inside.
Shane Franks goes to the bench. He's had quite an evening, quite a second half, but that shows you how
For a shooter, when he got 14 points in that third quarter, but
can only come up with 2 here in the fourth quarter, and sometimes when you feel it, but when it's not there, brother, it's not there.
Another free throw for the Mavericks. Rose gets this one.
Corey Sanders now coming in. Sanders is a junior. He'll replace Crabb.
Coach Snodgrass getting some of his other players into the ball game. Kerry Wood also in, number 12. For Twin Lakes. This is Hasselby. Shot from way outside by Brewer. Won't go. Second ball with the rebound. 38 seconds. Kramer with the ball. This is Rose. 30 seconds. 53-39.
Second ball all alone underneath. Getting the layup.
55-39. Shot from outside by Wood. A three-pointer is good. 13 seconds remaining. Matt Kramer with the ball. There's a foul committed out front. It's going to be called on Corey Sanders. It'll be his first, and the Mavericks will clear their bench with 8 seconds remaining. Andrew Williams is in, number 22. Number 14, Kurt Williams is in the ballgame. Number 20.
Emotions are very fragile on both sides of the scorer's table. You see the show of emotion by the Mavericks, who are going to walk away with the Lafayette Regional title. But don't count out Twin Lakes. Shane Franks comes back next year. Eric Hauser, Todd Grant, Brandon Hazelby. This will be a team that could possibly be here in the same position next year.
Jim Johnson back into the lineup, number 50. Number 20 is Bob Winforth for McCutcheon. Shot is good by Kramer. 56-42. Kramer has 16. Now, 57-42. Now Kurt Williams gets into the lineup as Kramer goes out. And McCutcheon advances to the semi-state next week at Mackey Arena. The final score is McCutcheon 57, Twin Lakes 42, and we'll have the celebration from the Crawley Athletic Center.
Let's add a few graphics.
I like that.
And if we add another color.
At Pip Printing, we know it's not just another brochure or presentation, it's your business.
This is great.
Pip Printing, give us a call. We'll show you why we're the best business printer in the business. A lot of the ideas that come into Pip Printing look pretty amazing. But thanks to our Look Smart Desktop Publishing, they go out looking pretty amazing.
The old in with the new. Huntington National Bank of Indiana.
When it comes to automobiles, there's only one, Bob Rohrman.
It's spring fever, and new cars are popping up everywhere. When the fever is high, our prices are low. And if you buy a new car from a Bob Rohrman dealership, you'll get a free $600 customer care package. Plus 3 months.
Lafayette.
Travel the world without leaving Lafayette. Imperial Travel presents Travel Expo 94 at Howard Johnson's on March 18th and 19th. Experience what it's like to visit the Cayman Islands and Thailand. Find out what it's like to ride a riverboat, a train, or board a cruise ship. Admission is free with door prizes totaling over $100,000 in travel and gifts. Win round-trip business class airfare for two to Munich, Zurich, Rome.
Another week, not yet. Well, they don't make it easy on me, but
we had a real hard game. They just do the things they have to find a way to win. Well, just proud as ridiculous of them. Every time you got down, you answered the bell. Shane Frank up 14.
We held in 3 or 4 points, I think, in the fourth quarter.
These kids deserve what they're getting a chance to do. Sweet 16 means a lot.
Now you're headed to the Lafayette semi-state for the first time in 7 years.
Right. We were there once before, and it was a great experience being able to play at Mackey. I'm right back home here. So, I'm real proud of the kids. I don't think they're satisfied with what we got here. We're going to go to Mackey and hope to win there, too.
Congratulations. We'll see you next week. Back up to Bob.
Thank you, Mike. And Coach Peckinpah, obviously very, very happy with the way his club came back. They saw Twin Lakes get back into the ball game and tie it at the end of the third quarter as Shane Franks, as we've said a number of
just good solid offensive play. Advance one more time
to the round of 16, which will be played at Mackey Arena. We'll have that championship game for you next Saturday at 9 o'clock. The semi-state championship next Saturday at 9 o'clock. And we hope to see the McCutcheon Mavericks there. Let's go back down courtside to Mike Bridges.
Back down at courtside with Matt Kramer. Had 17 points tonight. How does it feel?
Feels great again. I mean, last Saturday we went on a mission to win the sectional, but we weren't satisfied yet. We want to get Mackey in tonight. We came through in the fourth quarter and we pulled it off.
What did you do against Shane Franks? He had 14 points in the third quarter, but you held him to 2 in the last frame.
Well, pretty much the whole game we were denying him the ball, and we're switching man and just making sure he wasn't getting the ball.
Now you're going to Lafayette semi-state. First time McCutcheon's done that in 7 years. How does it feel for the team?
The team's been waiting for it for a long time. 7 years ago was a real thrill for our school, and the second time's even better.
All right, Matt, thank you. Back up to Bob.
Well, the McCutcheon Mavericks are certainly celebrating down at courtside, and one of the nice things to see is the fact that the Mavericks are mixing with the Twin Lakes Indians, and the guys are talking about old times and games that they played in the past. And Mike Bridges has one of those Indians right now. Here he is with Shane Franks.
Back down at courtside with Shane Franks. He had 18 points tonight. Shane brought Twin Lakes back, but just didn't have enough there in the fourth quarter.
No, McCutcheon's a great ball club, and we just try to stay with them and see if we can pull out in the fourth quarter and give them a run for the money. But McCutcheon's a great ball club. They work well together.
Second time around, you faced McCutcheon. Did they do some things differently that you might not have expected?
No, they full court pressed us, and they did that chaser, and we expected everything they did. They're just a good ball club.
Did much of the South Putnam game take a lot out of you guys tonight?
Yeah, our legs are very tired, and I noticed that they're very tired too, because they had a hard game today, but that slow down, going from a slow down to a fast-paced game really hurt us today. You know, we weren't used to that.
But I don't think this is the last we'll hear of Twin Lakes. Do you?
No, we'll be back next year.
Thanks a lot, Shane. Back up to Bob.
Okay, Mike. Again, the final score was 57-42, and the big telling number was the fact that McCutcheon got to the free throw line 28 times, hitting 20, and Twin Lakes was only 4 of 6. For the ball game, McCutcheon shot 18 of 43 for 42%. Twin Lakes came back to shoot 16 of 44, 44% for the game. In the rebounding department, it was McCutcheon by 11 over Twin Lakes, 37-26. And Twin Lakes ended up with 17 turnovers, McCutcheon with 11. Let's go back down to Mike now with Brandon Rose.
Back down court with Brandon Rose. The boys went inside to you a little bit tonight.
Yeah, we knew we had a mismatch. I was bigger and stronger than your inside guys, and I just took it at him. You know, what can you do?
You had to feel good in the regional to get a chance to show your stuff.
you finally get a chance to play semi-state.
Yeah, I remember back in '87, it was great.
Big deal time. What did you win? All right, thanks, Brandon. Let's go back up to Bob.
The championship game of the semi-state will be right here again next week. That time is 9 p.m. Join both Mike and me for that one. It should be a dandy. Remember tomorrow, Illinois versus Purdue. That game starts at 12:30, and if the Boilermakers can win it, they win the Big Ten championship outright. There's a look at the coach. He's very, very happy, and while we're going through the credits, Mike, why don't you talk to Chad Peckinpah for just a second?
Down courtside with Chad Peckinpah. You guys are headed to the semi-state.
It's a great feeling going there back to Mackey. It's been 7 years since McCutcheon's been there. Really wanted tonight. We're going to be nice. Great job on everybody.
What happened when Twin Lakes got the lead in the fourth quarter? You guys came out like a house of fire after that and shut them down.
We knew we weren't playing our potential after that point. We just came out. We knew what we had to do.
A couple minutes left the game. Gave it all we got. Just gave it a bunch of heart.
You've been struggling a bit, but you came up with one of the biggest baskets on the rebound of the missed free throw.
My outside shot really wasn't there for a while, you know. You can work hard.
Vision on the inside. Ball comes in.
How does it feel? You got all these fans behind you going nuts. You guys are playing again in the Sweet 16.
Great feeling. Hope you all come and cheer us on next Saturday.
Thanks a lot, Chad. Go back up to Bob.
Okay, Mike, it's time to wrap it up. 57-42, the Mavericks advance. So long, everybody.